A crying shame when the people can't even mobilize in a proper way. So we need to organize and start communicate. Lisa Love set yourself straight. Check out this lake upon the plate. Frisco need to organize and start conceptualize and put the plans in motion so we can start to actualize. Organize, organize. We need to organize. Organization is the key to the building of a station. Organize, organize. It's better for organize. To organize it is the key, just like a proper education. Organize, organize, and make we flex wise. Tell the youth them free with faith from wrong and heal Selassie I. Analyze and organize and spiritually mobilize. We need salvation, no need no mansion in the sky. The morning stew. Lisa Love, the Groove Master, and Mr. Frisco. Big up. 96.5, make we fly. Always make the people organize and centralize and strategically mobilize. Element of surprise. I thought we don't know small fries. Watch the rise. Watch Rastafari taking over. Make Babylon turn over. Get run over. Roving with the rover. Organize and centralize. I Selassie.
Alright, free up the floor. No shenanigans. No shenanigans. Bow! There it is. All up in your face. That there white cake right there. Scrape it up off of the ground. I say, watch Bally Mug.
That's Buddy.
Mean mugging.
Yeah, boy.
Who that buddy?
That's him.
What he do?
Yeah, from Cake Boss.
From what?
Buddy from Cake Boss.
I know watch that.
It was on. I'm not sure if it's still on, but he's Buddy from Cake Boss.
Okay. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy.
I told the boy the audio is on here.
Yeah, you need to take that off.
Yeah, it's.
Let's take control it upstairs.
What?
this
That's
out.
how you living?
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Ain't nobody there on my loop.
Buddy giving
Chris, they
away
really the free up.
flour.
Wait. Is that groove?
You
Yes,
want,
of course it is.
you want me to tell
Yo,
you what I tell him?
You know, you don't have to tell nobody. Yo, I tell you, I know like those words coming out of Lisa's hands. Yes. Lisa showed me some words with her hands where I know like seeing them the kind of words. And it meant it when they do it, it looked so meaningful with it. You know. Chris me there, I witnessed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Of what you speak. I don't know of what you
are
speak.
very you are very articulate, my love.
I don't know of what you speak.
Alright,
And I'll tell you something, articulate. You don't even have to know sign language to understand sign language.
Yeah, I know, sir.
I mean,
I know one.
yes.
I know two.
I mean, I learned about 4 just now.
I know this da. Okay.
Yes,
Or up the booty.
yes.
And then they got the
Or-
other one where you can.
Is it a male?
Yes.
She showed me a one finger one under one.
I know what this mean.
That one,
This mean finish him.
Finish him. That's right.
Shang Tsung or
Yes.
Shang Tsung do finish him.
Yeah. Well,
Alright, it's Friday,
Colville
man.
said, wow, Lisa. Colville said, wow, Lisa into the arts too. She's very articulate.
You tell her.
Very
It's
good,
a camera.
Colville.
Whoa, still not gonna
You
get it.
trying to get it? Yeah, it's here. Trying to get it.
Yeah, you mess the wrong one to try to get things up. No Harley.
Whee!
Harley. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there she
Speaking about
is.
Harley. Police done got the end of the year blowout sale for everything when they.
Yeah, you saw a picture, eh?
I have no idea.
Yes.
I see a picture.
Yeah.
The action sale. the one-
Big things.
So I
eh?
think, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
Action sale. the one on
Exactly.
Queen Street right now.
Power Street?
Queen Street. Queen
Yes.
Street station. That is the action sale. there.
Yes, all kind of thing is.
Me, I see 2 TV. One
Ex-
out just now. And then they come.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of motorcycles.
But you're not sure if the TV.
Yes.
Oh.
You know if they sell all of them motorcycles, how much more motorcycle on the streets?
A lot
Lord.
more. A whole lot more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, we're not in a good condition.
That too?
Got all the good condition one gone already, you know.
Why the bike they look like rapper bike? eh?
Oh. What?
Oh Lord. Oh man,
I
does
sit
it.
on the
Watch the crowd, man.
I sit
Eh? Crowd come by.
Whoa.
Crowd
I
come
sit on the
by.
bike right there. I sit on the bike.
What the man?
So what would be the reason why then people motorcycles got taken away?
License insurance?
Uh-huh.
Maybe?
License, insurance, stolen.
Stolen, yeah.
Yeah.
Stolen
The
motorcycle.
usual.
No, a lot of motorcycles.
That's a lot, yeah.
Back in the day, used to be bikes,
Ah.
but not cycles.
Motorcycles. Mm-hmm.
You got a good amount of bike there too, you know, to make that food.
Yeah, but that lone cycle, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
I might
of
tell you.
course.
Child.
I told you. Those who walk among us group.
Ooh, child.
Yes, the living of the devil out here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in my heart. Well, later on today on the Morning Stew, folks, we'll be giving away toys and goodies to another set of kids.
What?
As we do on the Morning Stew every year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking forward to that. Show me the sign language now if you're bad. You're deaf on TV. Show me the no.
I said what I
That
said.
Hail Hitler? I don't know.
I said what I
Yeah.
said.
Yo, Frisco, she gave me the equivalent of the famous Italian one. You know the Italian one I got, sir?
Yeah, I can see
Give me that one right there.
yeah. Carmelo.
Yes, good morning. When is the action sale? I noticed you guys put up a photo with
I guess
at the
It's happening right now.
No.
Oh, it's okay then.
It's
Okay,
on Queen Street. It's at Queen Street Police Station.
Yeah. Picture that right now. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the now.
See how many people done there out there?
Come on down and get your slightly
the
used
now.
motorbike. It's only been involved in 3 or 4 crashes. Got no headlight, got no handlebars, but it's going cheap. Get it now. $50, $45, $50. Take it, $5. That's right. But yo,
Plug in a light everywhere.
one
Harley,
man
please.
garbage,
It kind of plugs
one
in.
man
You know.
garbage, no another man goal. Because I tell you, sometimes you sell a vehicle for cheap. Because to you that piece of garbage, and 3 days later you see the person when you buy the profile in your vehicle, and you beg so I would how they do that already.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right. What time is it? Yeah. Same time like yesterday. Around this time.
we want to just before we go on with this beautiful day of celebration, we just want to say condolences going out to that driver and their side man
Boy.
that was ambushed and killed on the Hummingbird Highway 2 weeks before Christmas. That was a horrible thing to do. If you all have to rob people, rob them of
But
their
just-
goods. You don't have to rob them of their
And
lives.
kill them, right? You don't
And
have to
kill
do
them.
that.
Yep. Both these men had families, and for no reason whatsoever, you kill these men after you rob them. I mean, there's different levels of sin. There's different levels of lies. There's different levels of crime.
Your different levels of
And you have-
everything.
Of everything. You have your not so bad and you have your terrible. And things like this, man, when you find things like this, you don't put nobody nowhere for life. You know, do that, make sense. You do what you have to do. Yeah. So condolences to the family of those 2 gentlemen.
For sure. Santa Elena.
Yep.
San Ignacio.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
Yeah, rough. I mean, on Christmas time.
I tell you.
I think everybody, especially delivery trucks and things like that, around December, I think the companies need to hire more security if you go in.
But not that. But can't you just make a deposit that they don't travel with cash?
Yeah, but
They
then
don't
they
have
could
cash.
not have cash and they still roll up because they
I
don't
know,
know.
but
They
then
still are roll up, yeah.
knowing,
Still are roll up.
knowing that they don't have cash, it's a possibility. Okay, they have nothing, so
Now when
we're
you
not
get nothing,
going
they
at
still
them.
not doing something.
I know, but just the fact that they don't have cash, I believe.
Yeah.
Just make a delivery.
We
There's
gotta-
a sign heading into Belmopana, a business that say that we don't accept cash, or we don't have cash, or something to that. There's a big sign for a business.
Yeah. You
So
see how we got to
don't even
change our
come
whole way of life because of criminals.
Yeah.
You would say to yourself, you know what? Get a security, higher security, because I see trucks come into our area sometimes have police behind them and security. You would say arm the driver and the person, but if you do that, all they rob them for their gun. So I mean, it just seems funny when you keep burying things and they keep climbing back out and doing the same thing again. You catch them, you bury them, they climb out, they do the same thing again. It doesn't make any sense. You can't do the same thing over and over and expect
You can't,
different
right? You can't be doing the same thing and
example.
expect a different result.
Yeah, but that crazy, man. That showed me that people have no empathy. People, even if you're not criminal, you could have said, man, that Christmas season, I need one, he come up, but that Christmas season, I know I kill there, not like, oh man. But again, condolences to the family. On a lighter note, more brain drain coming. The U.S. hiring Belizean teachers. USA want to come over, I mean. Well, we have to check 5 years. Yeah, he said that they have checked 5 years of certain countries, the people Facebook profile.
Well, that's
to
not
say,
for us in
oh,
Belize.
Well, you never know. That could be for anybody. That could be. Let me tell you something. You believe that when you go and you apply for a visa here, that I got people back there so where they look through that thing and say, "Oh, no man, no get this one, no
You
get this
see?
one." Yeah,
It's
if you get that one.
already-
We got it right there. We got it right there. We just not talk about it.
Yep,
But again, you know something? This time a brain drain again. And they're coming out legitimately, I tell you. They say come and you could make minimum of $55,000 the foreign. And everybody that believes when I say, wow, that's great. $55,000, think about it, rent. Rent, that $2,000 a month, right there. Say figure 12 months, 24, $55,000 gone for loan and rent. Then you got food, you got light, you got electricity. Watch out.
This is the Cosmo episode with Theo and
Right.
his grades, remember?
Exactly.
They
Don't
monopoly
left your
money.
country for nothing less than
Monopoly
100,000
money.
US.
I can
Yeah.
eat hot dogs.
Yeah.
You want to drive? You want a car? Motorcycle.
Yeah.
You
Correct.
need a helmet.
Yeah, pull out another couple
Right.
dollars, yeah.
Exactly. And then when you get the, yeah.
Let me put this one up. What the?
Well,
I try to get this out.
Yeah,
Belize
Santa
Postal
Claus.
Service.
what's going on there?
Yes.
December rush hours.
What?
Remember when we used to get money ordered through the post office?
Yeah, so they're open.
You
Opening
remember when?
extra days to serve you guys this Christmas. Put that flyer up, please.
Okay.
San Pedro Town, Orange Walk, San Ignacio, Belize City,
There it is.
Balmopan City. Saturday, December the 6th, Saturday the 13th. Well, the 6th done gone. So this Saturday and
The boy got a cream.
the 20th. So they're going to be open from 8 a.m. to 12 noon.
Yes.
So that's the extra
But if
time,
you don't
right?
get the, yeah, if you don't get the letters out to Santa Claus on the 13th, by the 20th, Santa Claus don't get it in time.
Send and receive your packages early this
Yeah,
holiday
boy.
season.
Early.
The Belize
Early.
Postal Service, December rush hours. So Saturdays.
Yes.
Every Saturday.
And-
this Saturday and the 20th.
Yes, this Saturday and next
Yeah.
Saturday, 8 a.m. until midday.
That is right.
There have been reports that Santa Claus is working for ICE because he's making that list. He's checking it twice, and he's going to decide if he's going to give who to ICE. I mean, you know, so
Oh,
when you
gosh,
write the
man.
letter, yes, yeah, but yes, I mean everything is looking good. All the reindeer, you know, I never know. You know, the all of Santa reindeer are female.
Why would you say that?
You know, because
Even
male
comment?
reindeers shed their antlers during the winter months. Female
Oh,
reindeers
keep
keep
theirs.
their antlers. Yes.
Just
So
goes to
Dasher
show.
and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and
Comet
Cupid
and-
and Thunder and Blitzen.
Well, I
All
thought
of them
Cupid
were
was a. I
female.
thought Cupid was a girl. Some of them I thought were girls, but I did not know all
Well,
of them.
yeah, I thought Thunder and Blitzen were males, but apparently they're cross-dressers because
Oh,
they got
gosh, man.
antlers.
Oh,
Yes,
gosh.
how you mean?
Okay, so I got my cream. I see one of the headline stories. Belizean entrepreneur Charles Chevans passes
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh.
from Chevans bottling
Bottling,
back in the day.
And we would talk
Yeah.
about them
They
all
did
the
7
time.
Up,
Suncrest.
7 Up, and
It was
what did I say? No, nothing in the sun.
I remember.
Wait,
I
who
remember
did
the
that?
name Siobhan.
Brad-
when
They
I
Brad-
said they do Chevans lemonade.
Battling.
They did the lemonade.
Lemonade.
Okay, lemonade, that
Ooh,
cool
fresh.
from
Siobhan's lemonade. So who did the ginger beer?
I ain't not sure.
Not them.
That's one for you.
Ginger. I remember Siobhan's from when I was young.
Chevans Bottling Works was on Albert Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that ginger beer made up on Euphrates Avenue.
I don't remember.
But
I
yeah,
know that we used to take a big
The original.
glass gallon and get some.
yeah, we used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, condolences to his family. I mean, he grew up, they had
Yeah,
a name,
man.
right? Chevans. We're gonna
Exactly.
give a
exactly.
lemonade.
I know
They
some,
do lemonade, they like lemonade people.
That's
man.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Siobhan's
yeah,
lemonade.
yeah.
And that part of we like and we talk about every year. We talk about light cake and lemonade.
Lemonade. Lemonade.
That was part of it.
Yeah,
When
so
your dreams are yours.
Colville says, and who was over by North Front Street? There was a lemonade place on North Front Street.
Me
back in
don't
the
know.
That me
Me
Yes.
don't know.
you're not from she went by a police station. That me Boca tell you.
Yeah, he's gonna tell us. Ras, where's my
Yeah.
Ras? My Ras gonna tell me as well.
Even if Boca don't know, you can come up with a good answer.
He knows.
Suncrest. First you say that Suncrest.
You want to do ideal? You want to do ideal?
Suncrest, I remember Valencia.
Valencia, that they used to do over there.
Valencia ideal.
Well, I could have tell you that.
Well, we just went
Well,
right. I mean, anyway, we gotta
No,
take a
but
break.
where Colville was asking about one
Right.
one soda place. Suncrest.
Maybe that thing.
And
Me don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we gotta go to break, and we'll be back.
We will be back. A toy drive, Crowns annual toy drive. The second part comes up in
Who,
just a little bit.
who we're expecting?
St. Luke
Lake Eye?
Methodist. Yes, St. Luke Methodist School.
The St. Luke.
That's it, Lake Eye.
They got a St. Luke. Man, you got me twisted wrong. I like. I try to figure out that which two Eddie Murphy movie. But the same
You're
movie.
still-
At the same movie.
Oh gosh.
That one movie, Lord.
Yes, it's
Oh.
St. Luke today.
Yeah.
We did St. Martin's on Wednesday, and today Friday it's St. Luke Methodist.
There you go.
From our neighborhood, from the
And-
How
neighborhood.
you get a Lake Eye? That's
Lake Independence?
Lake Independence, man.
Lake Independence, yeah. Remember that's why most people like Lakers.
Really?
Got a lake, yeah.
No. no.
One of our listeners says, yes, they do watch our profile when we apply for visas. The website says to leave your profile open when applying. So when we give you those 7-11 minute, on a better take that on a delete on a anything out of the way, I need to start to try delete my profile because what? I am a proud non-supporter. Yes.
All right.
Okay then.
We'll
We'll
be
be
back.
back.
It's Christmas time at Brothers Habet and Habet, and we have some great gifts for you, like our signature 15% off all Berger, Penta, and domestic paints, and 30 to 40% off selected and discontinued colors, 15% off all power tools, 20 to 30% off select tiles, 20 to 65% off light fixtures, and 40% off sunlight windows and mirrors. Also, GST free days on December 6th and 20th. Plus, for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a $500 gift certificate in our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us at Brothers Habet and Habet.
Oh, I need this Christmas time. It's to keep your heart near mine. So much the way I'm gonna reach you. Every message, every call. I don't need a gift to hold. Just a voice that feels like home when the gate is flowing through. Smiles connecting me straight to you.
ever hello, I miss you, and Merry Christmas find its way through.
Because no distance is too far when we're smartly connected.
Merry Christmas!
Smart, bringing people together.
It's a privilege to join you in Dangriga today for the official handover of the new Dangriga Forensic Scenes of Crime Office. While this project carries a financial value of around $740,000 Belize dollars, its true worth lies in the lasting impact it will have on justice and public safety in Belize.
The equipment that the U.S. government donated as part of this project was for not only general office equipment, kitchenette type equipment, storage lockers, but also what we call an evidence drying chamber, evidence storage refrigerator, and a fuming chamber or a fuming hood. Fuming means where you use certain chemicals to fumigate items that you want to develop latent prints off of, such as guns or metal cartridge cases, etc. The second half of the building, aside from where we are, is for the evidence processing area and the evidence storage area. Forensic Lab is still in Leadville, but this is a field office for crime scene people that go to the scene, make the first contact with some of these physical evidence, collect, document, package, process, and send to the Forensic Lab. If you don't get proper and adequate and reliable evidence reaching the Forensic Lab from the crime scene through this intermediate step, then the quality of the forensic report will be affected negatively. A building like this and having our staff international certified sets the foundation for us to take to the next level.
This significant improvement will ensure that our forensic experts have the tools, the training, and the infrastructure to carry out their duties with efficiency, accuracy, and accountability. And these will directly strengthen convictions relying on forensic evidence, strengthen the process that can lead to exonerations of wrongfully accused persons, and strengthen interagency coordination on local as well as transnational criminal investigations.
Belize, it's that time again. GST free weekends are back on December 6th, 7th, 20th, and 21st. Just in time for big savings for Christmas. On these weekends, most local retail goods will be GST free at checkout. That includes frequently bought standard rated goods such as furniture, appliances, electronics, clothing and footwear, Christmas decorations, curtains, rugs, Marley, toys, and grocery items like seasonings, mixed essences, mixed fruits, and soft drinks. Everything you need to make your December more affordable. And good news for the holiday cooks. Picnic shoulder ham, smoked ham leg, and imported turkey are 0 rated all December long. And before you leave the store, always take a quick look at your receipt. You should see the GST removed or discounted automatically. So that means more savings and more room in your Christmas budget. So Belize, let's shop smart this Christmas season. December 6th, 7th, 20th, and 21st, GST-free weekends, brought to you by Belize Tax Services.
This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. From the border to the boulevard, physical fit. On to my agony, strength in a it. Big up the farmer champions, them we do it. But who are take the crown in a 2026? This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. Straight to Belize from the northern district. To win this race, the every cyclist dream. They make them boast, them take the sugar and cream. This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream.
It's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. All top-class riders hit the pavement for the start of the cycling calendar. Thursday, January 1st, it's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic.
This a Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream, 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 cream.
Friday, the 12th. 12th or the 12th? I know they hear you up, sir. Tell Mike.
12 for the 12 for the 25.
Yes. 12 for the 12.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
And so the morning stays here. I don't know, like that thing I got bad style.
Who that?
Right. The M. The AC got bad style. Carmelo, what up?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Morning, my friend.
Yes. I gotta tell you.
I know this break the take long now.
Yeah, cause we got them kids to come in and line up.
The kids give away.
What they go there because for song anyway, I just pull on the legs.
Yeah, the chanting,
Yeah.
Jingle bells.
The place on North Front Street was Bradley's Battling Work.
Okay, that's North Front Street. Okay.
Yes, that's the same place where Suncrest was there too.
Which building that? By police station?
No, that the one by...
No, man. North Front Street.
By Fishes?
Yes, over the next side. Next building, the bill now.
Oh, okay.
Then it does have upstairs, you may have was sporting area, but there may a hall where they used to get dance, but they used to get back.
That was Riverside Hall. Riverside
Hall, maybe upstairs. Roger, Steve.
Yes.
Riverside
Well,
Hall,
that
boy.
Ronald tell me that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, you
I
guys
gotta tell you.
Listen.
I gotta tell you, the cake was excellent, but everybody eat up of my cake and care for their one home, and I call nobody name.
No man. I never hear it like that. I hear a thing. Somebody tell me they hear a thing. They eat out. They got cut piece of Lisa cake.
I see. You can't tell lie 2 times. You know, go over.
I did tell you. But what happened to
I'm not sure. But our good listener to Creme, I'm not sure if they may take one dip in the popo.
Yes. Larry G opened the rum popo, and we had another listener that came from work to get piece of the cake.
What? That then do?
Yes, think that play.
All right. Well, Monday, I'll bring on the manager one, but I want fixing up with the next thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, gotcha.
All right?
Yes, Before we go, that's right.
So, Steve, remember
yes, sir.
The next bodybuilding show, the August, the Rigo Spartan Classic. So keep up your training.
Yes, Frisco. It'll tell me that because you saw the body physique when he was there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You guys take care.
Yeah, man. Enjoy the weekend.
Take care, man.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Mr. Neil right there.
Thanks, Mr. Neil.
Yeah, let's go on.
It is it's very important that the three of us at this minute say good morning to Mrs. Dakers. She lives in Belmopan, and she listens to us all the time. So good morning to you, Miss Dakers. We hope you're having a lovely, beautiful day. And thank you very much for listening.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. We love you.
Make it brief, though, don't cause we do other things. So.
Because the mornings are not too good.
Uh-oh.
Sister,
what's up?
Williams, when he was commissioner, said, we are raising monsters. Everybody got vexed. PM Briceño last week said, some of these people are monsters. Everybody gets vexed. Now, this morning, we are mourning the death of 2 young men that were working to bring good tidings to their home, to their families. They were brutally murdered, probably dragged into a bush road. The lack of the vehicle so that nobody can take it and enter and let the key inside. What do you call a person like that? You know, I have been watching the Belizean mood. You all may call it modern. You all may call it changing times. I say no. For me, that is what you call degeneration.
Yeah.
This is what you call a wild society, lawless society. Oh, and some of us get back to say, no mention Bukele to me. No mess wrong with that. Bukele has saved his country, and many countries, including Mexico, are begging for a Bukele to take over Mexico. And so is Costa Rica, so is Paraguay, so many countries, because people are begging for law and order. What is Belize becoming?
Done. Done.
With such brutal things that what happened there was. So, but next year, in case this is my parting shot, I would like to see that the traffic and crime control be enforced.
Okay.
I am praying that erosion is eating some of our coastal areas, Placencia, Monkey River, and all those areas are being eroded. And all we hear, climate resilience.
Yeah, Dan, you gotta wrap it for you. We gotta wrap it for you to get in a way. We gotta do our tour drive right now.
Coming down.
Yeah, so the last one is this, that I would like to see Unkak be brought this coming year 2026.
Okay.
I leave you all with that. Have a blessed Christmas.
Enjoy your weekend.
And a prosperous New Year. Not prosperous, but a blessed New Year.
Right back next week, man. Don't worry. Yes, sir.
We're gonna be right here on Monday.
Yeah, we'll be here on Monday. Yeah.
The Don Hector.
The Don.
Right.
Alright, so this is day 2 group of our toy drive. St. Luke Methodist in the place. Yeah, man. Lisa Love over there. What's up, Lisa Love? Where's your Mikey Mike?
Here, good morning once again, and we are, there you go. We are with it for the second part of our annual toy drive. We have St. Luke Methodist with us in studios this morning. Good morning, St. Luke. Good morning. How y'all doing? What class is this?
1 to 3.
What class is this? Standard 2, Standard 1, I hear Standard 3.
Yes, mixed up.
All right, guys, we're gonna get.
Are they yelling? Are they yelling?
They? Yeah.
I can't hear. Who thinks Santa Claus gonna be good to them this year? Make a hear no holla. Right.
Are you sure?
Who think Mr. Frisco look handsome right now?
No, me.
Make a hear no holla.
See Mr. Frisco there?
All right, guys, we're gonna start the ball rolling. We have the assistance of the teachers, Miss. Your name, please. Miss Dugal. Miss Jones. Miss Jones, we might be related. We'll talk about that later. All right.
Mrs. Jones.
Oh, you know this. All right, so we're gonna start distributing our toys to our students. We have 3 balls here. Who wants a ball? Yes, you can, Miss Jones. Yes.
Yes. Me, teacher.
Wow.
Here you go.
There it is.
Nothing like a good game of football group.
I had to tell you the whole
All right. So that's it.
Right.
All right, that's it for ball. We have no more. All right, Miss Jones, come assist me, please. We're gonna do the girls and the boys. We have pairings as well. We can pair. We have some pairing. Yes, ma'am. So we can start. You see that? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and then we carry on smartly.
Can I give all of them at once, please, or do it?
We randomly mix it up. We have a whole bunch of stuff here. That's a pairing.
Red shirt.
That's a pairing. Yes,
boy
ma'am.
in the red shirt.
What's that group?
The lead boy in the red shirt right there.
Which one? I see 2 red shirts.
That one right there in the red shirt.
Alright.
Right there. I want him to pick one toy.
Wait, don't get it toy already.
He already got a toy.
Alright.
Who want a slime glow?
Here you go.
Alright, that's it.
There it is.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Ooh.
You're locked into Creme Radio and XTV, by the way, just in case you didn't know.
Yes, day 2 of our XTV and Creme Radio Toy Drive right here on the Morning Stew. As we
but you got a ball.
Toys out the kids. Who was the best kid? Who was the best kid in school this year? Who was the best kid in school this year? Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a different school, group, different rules apply.
Teacher tell her they can't holler now. Teacher make her holler, leave it no teacher.
I'm not sure.
Yes. It is a beautiful thing. Everybody got these nice hair.
Yes, everybody's looking all kind of pretty.
Looking Christmassy.
We have snake and ladder.
Yes. Yo, now what you got the ballet? What you got? Wait, hold up.
Go to the back so I can give
That's an Avengers thing again.
Come, baby.
It is very nice. Once more, just want to say thank you and much appreciation to all the
definitely to all of our sponsors.
Friends Toy Drive has made it possible. And certainly to love shopping. And the gal come back with all kind of things. Also, Sonny G was very, very instrumental. And everybody who contributed to our toy drive, thank you very much. Look at all those beautiful, happy faces right there. That's right.
I want my toys to groove.
Yes, I may want to pick out one for Mrs. Dakers to me where they weigh that bell my part, but they know they listen to me at all, boy. But yeah. People. This is nice. This is nice. This is the reason for the season is giving. Yo, Frisco, you know why we eat ham nowadays for Christmas? A little Christmas trivia. It all started when we took over the Saturnalia feast way back in the day, 2,000 years ago. We said we had to take over this Saturnalia feast. And we did, because during Saturnalia they would kill a wild boar, and sacrifices to Saturn. So when we did it, we said, well, instead of sacrifice the boar as Christians, we gonna eat the boar. So we started eating the ham. But then when Christmas became commercialized in the early 1900s, at the time, beef was $9.74 a pound, pork was $10 a pound, pork was $6.74 a pound. So because of the price difference, people chose to use ham instead of beef. And that beautiful red ham that you see, it is not pink. That is injected the color in, because if you just do a roast ham, it would be gray. So they injected the pink for pleasantries. Because you know, Frisco, if you go any place and I slice your ham and a gray, you are so ham to this ham. Why you not got that natural pink flavor? Yo, somebody work for me.
I see.
Somebody work for NASA right there, I see.
Yes, NASA. Space exploration.
Yes,
all right, guys. It's so again, once we want to big up the folks who took the time to donate to the toy drive.
That's right.
That's what it's all about. Yep.
Thank you very much to all of our donors who assisted us this year and continue to assist us each and every year.
That too.
That's right. That's right.
All right, you're locked into Creme Radio and XTV. Reminding you that next week, Monday, it's all about...
You're very welcome. Thanks for coming. Thank you.
Yes, Zinc up the most.
Yes, coming up on Monday, it's the Syncmas 2025, guys, from all of us here at Creme Radio and XTV and Amandala. Thank you so much for your kind donation. Thank you for putting a smile on their faces. We appreciate it. We love you. Believe you me, it's a good feeling. We appreciate all your kind donation to each and everybody who donated. Some people asked to be anonymous. We appreciate that as well. We love you all. Merry Christmas from all of us to all of you.
You go?
Oh,
all right.
Very good.
We'll take a break then, and we'll be right back.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I feel good.
Will be happening is that we got to take it over to Belmont. There is a special sitting of the House of Representatives. We're going to do that. So enjoy your Friday, folks.
Solidarity, public reaffirmation of the government of Belize's zero tolerance stance towards gender-based violence. And while today is symbolic, the issue before us is real and it is urgent. The latest national data show that in 2023, police recorded 1,250 domestic violence cases, and in 2024, 1,277 cases. 9 out of 10 complainants are women, most between the ages of 18 and 45 years old. And in cases of sexual violence, 99% of victims in 2023 were female, with half of those being girls aged 10 to 19. Femicide remains an emerging threat, with 1 in 10 murdered females in 2023 believed to have been killed due to gender-related motives. These numbers represent real people, women, girls, families, and communities affected by violence. They highlight why the government's leadership and response must remain firm, coordinated, and unwavering. Under the leadership of the Ministry of Human Development and in partnership with Home Affairs, Health, the Judiciary, the National Women's Commission, and the Office of the Special Envoy, the government continues to strengthen gender-based violence response. This includes improved legislation, stronger enforcement mechanisms, expanded survivor services, the essential services package, and community-level engagement to shift harmful norms. Madam Speaker, allow me to highlight several major initiatives the government of Belize has advanced to address gender-based violence, strengthen prevention, and improve survivor protection and support. The first is the National Policy Framework and the adoption of the revised National Gender Policy 2024-2030, including a dedicated National Gender-Based Violence Action Plan, which guides prevention, protection, prosecution, and survivor support efforts. Strengthening legislation, work is underway to strengthen the Domestic Violence Act, including improved enforcement mechanisms and provisions to address cyber harassment, digital stalking, and financial control. Legislative reviews include exploring the clearer classification of femicide, ensuring more accurate data, stronger penalties, and better prosecution pathways. The expansion of government-led case management, including counseling, psychosocial support, legal assistance, and emergency safety support for victims. Support to safe houses through training, educational materials, equipment, and dignity kits, and plans to expand access to professional counselors with permanent establishment positions proposed. Madam Speaker, There's also implementation of the Essential Services Package, which sets national standards for police, human development officers, health professionals, and the judiciary in responding to gender-based violence, and the continuous training of police officers, DVU personnel, and emergency responders, including NEMO and CMO, to ensure proper and trauma-informed treatment of survivors. Madam Speaker, there are also efforts to strengthen protection order mechanisms, especially in rural communities, and work is underway to ensure senior justices of the peace can issue emergency protection orders when magistrates are unavailable. Madam Speaker, national social and behavior change campaigns to target harmful norms and stereotypes that fuel gender-based violence are also underway, as well as countrywide training and outreach, including the Men and Boys Program, Roundtable for Young Women, community sensitization sessions, and anti-sexual harassment training for institutions and businesses. The Gender-Based Violence Referral Pathway Guide, ensuring that the public knows where they can seek help. Madam Speaker, there are also government-wide gender mainstreaming efforts with gender focal points embedded in each ministry to ensure that all policies and programs integrate gender perspectives and promote gender equality. All these efforts demonstrate this government's commitment not only to respond to violence, but also to prevent it by addressing root causes, strengthening systems, and ensuring survivors receive the services they need and deserve. In closing, Madam Speaker, gender-based violence is not a woman's issue. It is a national issue. It affects our families, our communities, our workforce, and our stability as a nation. The 16 days of activism is more than a symbolic observance. It is a call to leadership, to accountability, and to action. The wearing of orange today by all members on this side of the chambers serves as a public demonstration of unity and of commitment. But our actions, our policies, our reforms, and our collective will must continue throughout the year. So let us stand together not only during 16 days, but every day to build a Belize where everyone can live in dignity, where everyone can live in safety and in peace. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Introduction of bills. I recognize the Honorable Prime Minister, Minister of Finance.
Madam Speaker, this is a Customs and Excise Duties Amendment Bill 2025. I rise to introduce a bill for an act to amend the Customs and Excise Duty Act, Chapter 48 of the Substantive Laws of Belize, Revised Edition 2020, to vary the rate of duty on soups and broth in solid or powder form, including ramen noodles and other related items in the customs tariff and trade classification, and to provide for matters connected therewith or incidental to. Madam Speaker, this has the recommendation of the Cabinet. Just very quickly, Madam Speaker, the investors of this company, we're not producing ramen in Belize, and as it is right now, they're already selling it cheaper than what was being sold. And they made an appeal to the Ministry of Investment, saying that they believe that they should be offered some sort of protection to be able to afford them to be able to continue to develop that product and other products. From what I've been told, that this product that they're producing, the ramen or the local noodles, has gotten great acceptance by the public. It's been selling very well, but also you have also these products also being imported not only from China but even from CARICOM. In discussions with the Ministry of Foreign Trade and in consultations with CARICOM, since we are part of the CARICOM the single market agreement. Is that the one, Minister? The single market agreement. We have to get approval from CARICOM to be able to impose any new tariffs. So what we've done, we're imposing just 20% tariff on importation of noodles, so that then we can give our local producers a better opportunity to be able to continue to expand their products and to continue to invest and make a better product. So basically, it's very, very short, straightforward. And again, as I said, Madam Speaker, this bill has the recommendation of the Cabinet.
Honorable members, that bill is referred to the Finance and Economic Development Committee for examination, consideration, and report.
Bill for an act to amend the Customs and Excise Duties Act, Chapter 48 of the Substantive Laws of Belize, Revised Edition 2020.
I recognize the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Investment and Economic Transformation.
Madam Speaker, this being a straightforward, non-controversial paper, wanting to assist in accordance with Standing Order number 49.1, I move that the bill be taken through all its stages forthwith.
Honorable members, the question is that the next stages of the bill be taken forthwith. All those in favor kindly say aye.
Aye.
Those against kindly say no. I think the ayes have it. I recognize the Honorable Prime Minister.
Again, Madam Speaker, this is the Money Laundering and Terrorism Prevention Amendment Bill 2025. I rise to introduce a bill for an act to amend the Money Laundering and Terrorism Prevention Act, Chapter 104 of the Substantive Laws of Belize, to satisfy the requirements of the Financial Action Task Force recommendation with respect to digital assets and digital asset service providers, and for matter connected with and incidental thereto. Madam Speaker, to give explanation as to what we're doing, the clock is ticking on us, and so as I think I mentioned in the last introduction of the previous bill that goes along with this, under the Act, the prevention of any kind of digital assets in Belize, such as bitcoins and etc., it comes to an end on December 31st. And for us to be in compliance, we have to ensure that we can pass the legislation to be able to legalize it, but at the same time, for the Financial Services Commission to be able to set up the regulations, and also for the FIU, Financial Intelligence Unit, then to be able to do its monitoring. So, Madam Speaker, coming to my notes, this is coming at a very important point in our financial services sector. So as Belize prepares for the responsible introduction of digital assets activities, these amendments ensure that our primary AML, CFT, and CPF legislation fully captures digital asset service providers and aligns with international standards, particularly with those of the Financial Action Task Force, FATF. Madam Speaker, the global landscape for digital assets is changing rapidly, and I know many of us watch American television, and whilst the United States was one of the countries that was almost fully against these kinds of activities and transactions, now President Trump has been, I guess pun intended, trumping these new assets, and I'm told even his family has been investing large sums of money in this. So it is something that will take place, and we believe we have to be prepared. Therefore, the Financial Action Task Force has updated its standards, including the recommendation requiring jurisdictions to adopt risk-based measures to regulate new technologies and digital asset services. This is what is known as Recommendation 15. These standards emphasize proper customer due diligence, secure record keeping, monitoring of transactions, and the capacity for regulatory authorities to share information internationally. Belize must therefore ensure that the Financial Services Commission and other competent authorities possess the statutory powers necessary to supervise this emerging class of activity effectively. Colleagues will recall that in 2022, Belize undertook a national risk assessment which identified the need for a phased and carefully supervised approach to digital assets activities. At that time, a temporary restriction on such activities was introduced under Section 81 of the Financial Services Commission Act as a safeguard during our CFATF mutual evaluation. This prohibition expires on 31st December 2025, and without legislative action, Belize would face a regulatory gap and heightened vulnerability. In anticipation of this, the Financial Services Commission has already advanced amendments to Section 81 of the FSC Act to establish a special license regime, which we introduced at the last host meeting, a controlled, risk-based framework for the supervision of digital assets activities. However, robust licensing without corresponding AML, CFT, and CPF obligations would leave the framework incomplete. These MLTPA amendments, therefore, ensure that digital asset service providers are formally integrated as reporting entities and are subject to due diligence, record keeping, and monitoring obligations consistent with FATF requirements. Most important, these amendments are not merely supportive of the special license regime under the FSC Act. They form a critical foundation for the comprehensive digital assets legislative framework that the government will bring to the House in 2026. Together, these measures established a modern, coherent, and internationally aligned regime that positions Belize as a responsible and forward-looking jurisdiction for digital innovation. Key provisions of the bill extend due diligence requirements of digital assets service providers and mandate the maintenance of originator and beneficiary information for transactions, enhancing transparency and reducing the risk of misuse by illicit actors. Providers offering correspondent-style services will be held to standards similar to those applied to banking institutions. Madam Speaker, Belize's excellent performance in its fourth-round mutual evaluation, deemed compliant or largely compliant in 38 of 40 recommendations, is an achievement few countries have matched. As we prepare for the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force fifth round, we must continue to update our legislative framework to reflect the evolving Financial Action Task Force methodology. These amendments are therefore essential to maintaining our strong compliance standing and safeguarding Belize's financial markets. Supporting these amendments ensures that the Commission and our financial regulations possess the tools necessary to supervise digital assets activities effectively, upholding Belize's AML, CFT, CPF framework, and protect our jurisdiction from emerging risk. It also signals that Belize is embracing innovation responsibly, balancing opportunity with the highest standards of integrity and oversight. Madam Speaker, this is a straightforward and something that we do not need to argue over. Therefore, I urge all members of this Honorable House to endorse these amendments, which enforce Belize's commitment to modern regulation, strengthen international confidence in our financial sector, and support the orderly introduction of both the special license regime and the broader digital assets framework that will be presented in the coming year. I thank you.
Honourable members, that bill is referred to the Finance and Economic Development Committee for examination, consideration, and report.
Bill for an act to amend the Money Laundering and Terrorism Prevention Act, Chapter 104 of the Substantive Laws of Belize to satisfy the requirements of the Financial Action Task Force recommendation with respect to digital assets and digital asset service providers, and to provide for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto.
I recognize the Honorable Prime Minister, Minister of Finance.
Madam Speaker, simply because it is very time sensitive that the prevention of these assets come to an end at the end of this year, the December 31st. In accordance with Standing Order number 49-1, I move that the bill be taken through all its stages forthwith.
Honorable members, the question is that the next stages of the bill be taken forthwith. All those in favor kindly say aye.
Aye.
Those against kindly say no. I think the ayes have it. I recognize the Honorable Minister of Rural Transformation, Community Development and Local Government.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this is the Trade Licensing Amendment number 3, Bill 2025. I rise to introduce a bill for an act to amend the Trade Licensing Act number 19 of 2024 to provide for the determination of annual license fees for trades in towns and villages, to make transitional provisions respecting existing trades, and for matters connected with and incidental thereto. Madam Speaker, this bill has a recommendation of Cabinet. Madam Speaker, if you kindly allow me to just share some notes on this proposed amendment. Madam Speaker, the purpose of the bill is twofold. One, to amend the Trade License Act number 19 of 2024 to allow for greater clarity for the determination of fees for rural trade licensing versus urban trade licensing. B, greater clarity in the transitional arrangements from the previous regime. C, amendment of Schedule 1 to properly alignment of the administrative arrangement for Blackman Ene and Unitedville villages. The Act is, in its current form, did not sufficiently distinguish how the respective boards were to determine and declare the fee structure for rural and urban trade licensing. That is now separated and sufficiently clarified with the amendment to Section 19 and the addition of Sections 19.1 and 19.2. For avoidance of doubt and to mitigate any potential challenges or misinterpretation, the Ministry believed it would be best to make the clarifications through the amendment of Section 19 and thus repealing Section 51. The transition from the old regime to this new one, specifically for trade licensing in towns and cities, now clearly defines the period of transition to 3 years. Who this applies to, that is existing and new applicants, and for the ceiling and flooring of the 10% on for all fees that are be determined using Section 19C and 19.5. Just some background context, Madam Speaker. As the Minister with responsibility for trade licensing, I am sufficiently pleased to announce that this new Act is ready for full rollout and implementation. The Ministry of Rural Transformation, through the Department of Local Government, and with the support of the Attorney General's Ministry, the town and city councils, the village councils, and the many other stakeholders, the Investment Policy and Compliance Unit, the Business and Companies Registry, Beltrade, the Economic Development Council, the Chamber of Commerce, the Realtors Association, civil society representatives, the Justice of the Peace Association, has committed long hours of diligence to support the effective and inclusive development, advancement, and now implementation of the much improved Trade Licensing Act. Some key principles to this Act, as a way of, a reminder, Madam Speaker, it provides for greater transparency. Business applicants can use the various provisions to calculate their own trade licensing fee. All details are publicly available. Predictability. Fees for 1 year under the new regime is fixed annually for a 3-year period. no requirement for annual assessments notwithstanding the potential changes in the business's productive space. The ease of administration. The administration of trade licensing will be done via an established digital platform referred to as Tralma, which is in its final stages of development and ready for deployment. During the government's tax amnesty program this year, many businesses that have been operating informally took advantage of the opportunity to have applied for their trade licensing. This high level of compliance now will strongly support the regulating of trade in both the rural and urban sectors, bringing greater opportunities for economic advancement, job creation, and the enhancement in municipal and rural service delivery by local authorities. For context, Madam Speaker, over the last 2 months, over 1,200 businesses in the rural sector have applied for their trade license in anticipation of the rollout of the new regime. It is in this regard that I propose that this House approve the amendment of the Act in anticipation of the smooth transition from the old regime to the new one, effective for trade licensing year 2026. Again, these amendments have the endorsement of Cabinet. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, that bill is referred to the Public Service, Labor, Industry and Trade Committee for examination, consideration and report.
Bill for an act to amend the Trade Licensing Act, Act number 19 of 2024, to provide for the determination of annual license fees for trades in towns and villages, to make transitional provisions respecting existing trades and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto.
I recognize the Minister of Rural Transformation, Community Development and Local.
Madam Speaker, in accordance with Standing Order number 49-1, I move that the bill be taken through all stages forthwith.
Honorable members, the question is that the next stages of the bill be taken forthwith. All those in favor kindly say aye. Those against kindly say no. I think the ayes have it.
Motions relating to the business or sittings of the House.
I recognize the Honorable Prime Minister, Minister of Finance, Investment and Economic Transformation.
Madam Speaker, in accordance with Standing Order 49-1, I move that the bill be taken, Madam Speaker, I move that that is rising today, the House adjourn to a date to be fixed by the Speaker.
Honorable members, the question is that the House that is rising today adjourned to a date to be fixed by the Speaker. All those in favor kindly say aye. Aye. Those against kindly say no. I think the ayes have it.
Public business, government business motions.
I recognize the Honorable Prime Minister.
Madam Speaker, this is the resolution to adopt the parliamentary logo for the National Assembly of Belize, Motion 2025. I move whereas the National Assembly of Belize is the cornerstone of the nation's democratic system and the embodiment of the people's will, and as the legislative branch of the government of Belize, it is to be respected with the highest levels of dignity, authority, and respect. And whereas a new parliamentary logo has been created for the National Assembly of Belize to reflect the authority and identity of the country's legislative body, and whereas brand manual guides have been developed to establish a clear and consistent framework for the use of the National Assembly logo, typeface, colors, and brand identity across all communications, ensuring integrity, professionalism, credibility, and national representation. And whereas the Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Stuart Leslie, has advised the Speaker of the House of Representatives and the Chair of the National Assembly Staff Committee, Honorable Valerie Woods, of the Honorable Prime Minister's and Cabinet's approval of the new logo and their support for its formal adoption. Now therefore be it resolved that this Honorable House adopts the logo annexed to this motion to be designated as the official parliamentary logo of the National Assembly of Belize, and be it therefore resolved that the clerk of the National Assembly shall be responsible for the management, safeguarding, and authorized use of this parliamentary logo. Now, Madam Speaker, just to add, I just wanted to to quickly add, Madam Speaker, that that this has been gone through extensive consultations, and I must commend you and the Madam President of the Senate who have taken the initiative along with your staff, and that that we've come to this as something as there's a lot of consultations with everybody involved, both the House of Representatives and the Senate, and with both sides of the aisle. So this is a bipartisan outreach that was done by your office. And I really can't think of no reason for me to be able to have to defend this motion. It's something that's good, something that has come to. I like it's very classy what you all have worked with. And I must commend you all to come with something that's classy, is dignified, and I think it stands for what the National Assembly is all about. So with that said, Madam Speaker, I am very proud to be associated with this motion. Thank you.
I recognize the Leader of Opposition, Member for Albert.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to place on public record the appreciation of the members of the opposition for the work, your work, Madam Speaker, and the work of the President of the Senate, and also all members of the National Assembly Staff Committee who have been actively engaged in this process. Indeed, I think the branding or rebranding of the National Assembly is an important initiative. I hope that the rebranding will also signal that the National Assembly becomes more accessible to the public as we try to have greater engagement with our citizenry. So we thank you for your work, Madam Speaker. Again, this work of the committee and all those who have been involved with this process. Thank you.
Honorable members, that motion is referred to the Constitution and Foreign Affairs Committee for examination, consideration, and report. I recognize the Honorable Prime Minister.
Madam Speaker, in accordance with Standing Order number 49-1, I move that the motion be taken through all its stages forthwith.
Honorable members, the question is that this motion be taken through all its stages this day. All those in favor kindly say aye. Aye. Those against kindly say no. I think the ayes have it. I recognize the Honorable Chairperson of the Joint Public Accounts Committee.
Madam Speaker, this is the adoption of the report from the Public Joint Account Committee on a report of the Auditor General for the year April 2015 to March 2016. Madam Speaker, I move be it resolved that this Honorable House adopt the report from the Public Joint Account Committee on the report of the Auditor General for the year April 2015 to March 2016.
Just a minute. I recognize the member for Cayo South.
Good morning, Madam Speaker. I'm glad this didn't end up being a contentious debate, and it's not. I'm just rising to give my respect to the Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee and the other member of the opposition, the member from Queen's Care, the Honorable Godwin Hela. I'd like to give a little bit of history, Madam Speaker, a little bit on the Public Accounts Committee. As we are aware on this report, a report was also presented of the minority report. And that minority report was done on an analysis that the previous PAC had made from the 2012-2013 public accounts analysis. And it never came to light. And the chairman at the time did not approve it, did not see it fit. We were in opposition at the time. I humbly requested that the chairman and the member from the opposition analyze it this session. They agreed, and it was done parallel to the report that's being presented now for the 215-216. Why am I bringing this up, Madam Speaker? Because the report that was done way back then is extremely similar to the report that is being presented now for the 215-216, because the issues are still the same. And it is a pleasure for me on this side to be able to work along with the gentlemen from the other side. I believe this committee's function is extremely important for transparency, for accountability, for good governance. And both sides use it to their advantage when they're in opposition. I have used it, and I see them using it at times. But it's not to be used for anybody's advantage except for the advantage of the Belizean people. Transparency is not something that we should play around with. Accountability is extremely important. But one of the most important is the umbrella, which is oversight. Every government, every institution, even the opposition, needs oversight. We are human beings at the end of the day, and all human beings make mistakes. And if we are mature enough to be able to listen to advice when one is making a mistake, to be able to better it, and if it is beneficial for the people of Belize, I believe we are on the right track. What was the achievement that we are experiencing now? And some of the younger members that have not been here before, especially the members that are sitting on PAC now from the social partners that sit in the Senate. And they played an important role also in the presentation of this report. And this one is I am biased. We fought for years in this House of Representatives for the PAC to be able to expand its participation, to have the social partners present. And it was this government, Madam Speaker, under the leadership of John Briceño, that passed legislation that now the PAC is a joint public accounts committee that includes the social partners. That is something that is fundamental. Secondly, Madam Speaker, if you have noticed, and I know you have noticed, if the people of Belize have noticed that when PAC meetings or PAC hearings, not meetings, but PAC hearings are held, it is now available online. It is done live. That is a second thing that was proposed at that time. And it was legislated, and that is the basis of transparency. We need to, and I would hopefully advise the Prime Minister and lobby that it is not only put on social media, but that it is televised, because it is important that these hearings are televised. What was another proposal that was made back then, and we are still making it now? Madam Speaker, the Public Accounts Committee needs, they need help, they need resources. Why is it that we need resources? None of the members present and none of the members past are experts in how to handle the oversight mechanisms, and therefore from time to time the PAC will need to access professionals that can come in to work along with us to be able to better the way that we run our government. I'll give you an example, Madam Speaker, and with your permission, Chairman. There is an issue that we are trying to put forward right now in the Public Accounts Committee. We complain about how the system is being run, but the truth is that we still have laws that are archaic. We have the FARA, which is what government uses to establish how is it that we run, how we run government legally and accountable. But the FARA comes in conflict with financial orders and store orders. Why? The financial orders and store orders that the ministries are presently using is dating back to, if I'm not mistaken, the early 60s. I think the minister is aware of this. We have discussed this in cabinet. The ministry is trying to find a way to update the financial and store orders so that they come to modern times. For example, I'll give you a clear example. In the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, we have some financial orders or store orders that tell us that we have to be logging things in books about 11 by 17, and they have to be covered with a certain type of thick covering, and it makes it impossible in this age to be able to function. And so if somebody is doing an auditing or if somebody is doing an analysis and they go in and they get very picky, they can go to a store order and say, no, something, but you're not complying because you're not using this ledger that was available. In fact, you can't even buy the ledger right now, the Angelus Press. I'm just using this as a specific example that we have laws on our books that are archaic. We are now in the modern times where even AI will be farther ahead than we are used to. And we have to be able to have our system work. And for our system to work, we need to modernize it. Just like what you have done, Madam Speaker, with the new building that the Belizean people will see in January, you're modernizing Parliament. Well, the PAC, along with the ministry, we want to modernize the way our accounting system works, and it will take some time, it will take some investment. One of the proposals that we are making is for the Ministry of Finance to seek and provide necessary financing for the PAC to work properly. So I'm just giving this summary, Madam Speaker, but it's done in good faith. I think the Public Accounts Committee, I've been a part of it for quite a long time. I see the importance that it is to government. I am experiencing it from the government side, which is a little bit more difficult than when you are in the opposing side. But one thing I would like to say here, both sides of the house, we come to debates and we get a little bit feisty, which is fine. But I must say that the relationship that we have presently in the Joint Public Accounts Committee, when working along with our brethren over there from government, and when working along with the senators that are present in the Public Accounts Committee, it is a pleasure to be a part of the committee. The working relationship is a positive one. Thank you very much.
I recognize the Leader of Opposition, Member for Albert.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I also want to thank the member for Cayo South for his intervention on this particular report. Madam Speaker, I also served on the Joint Public Accounts Committee and had an opportunity to chair the committee at a time when we were able to include members of the Senate, or social partners in particular. And while the expanded involvement is a critical component in terms of transparency and accountability, I think what is more important is that we are able to get timely audited financial reports from the entities that are responsible to provide these reports. We're now in a 10-year deficit. There has been not a single financial statement or audited financial statement of the present administration, Madam Speaker, and I will tell you, and my colleagues on the government side can also share, that we went through an intensive analysis and assessment of where we were in terms of our financial system that is severely broken. Where we have the Accountant General and the Auditor General, even though they have laws to comply with, simply don't comply because the information that they are receiving from the various ministries and departments are grossly inadequate. There's this saying, garbage in, garbage out, and it is important. I certainly, during my time as the chair of the Joint Public Accounts Committee, had the opportunity to have an extensive conversation with the Prime Minister and the Ministry of Finance, with the Financial Secretary, with the Auditor General, with the Accountant General, about where we saw the glaring gaps in our financial system. And we had made the Prime Minister had given his undertaking at the time that we would meet with the technical committees, the AOs and the FOs within the various ministries to see how we can have a resolution so that record keeping, for example, is grossly inadequate and continues to be that way. And so, Madam Speaker, while I pray and hope in earnest that we are able to get more timely reports, more accurate reports, that we can get the kind of expertise that the member for Kayo South underlined, that we can look at the kind of comprehensive legislative review that is required, particularly looking at the independence of the Auditor General's office, that these things are critical in terms of providing the kind of monitoring and oversight that is required for both administrations. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I recognize the member for Caribbean Shores.
Good morning, Madam Speaker, and good morning, colleagues. Madam Speaker, I rise to make my contribution to this report of the Auditor General that has been placed on the table for the year April 2015 to March 2016. But before I make my contribution, Madam Speaker, I just want to take this opportunity to extend my condolences to the families of Reynard Garbott and I believe the other gentleman, I don't recall his name, Crawford, who lost their lives so callously last night on the Hummingbird Highway. I can't imagine what the families of those two gentlemen are going through. I know that today we are wearing orange in support of gender-based violence, and we fully support that in the loudest form and loudest way. But our young men continue to lose their lives, and in this instance it's two hardworking young men. And so and in one instance, Reynard Garbott, I believe his mom is Miss Coleman, that's her youngest child, and I can't imagine the pain that she's experiencing right now and the pain that those families will have to endure over this Christmas season. So I just wanted to pay my respects and offer my condolences to the families. Madam Speaker, like I said, I just want to make my contribution in relation to this report. Like the Minister for Kayo South, we on this side of the House are extremely appreciative of the concerted bipartisan effort that has been made in relation to this report. It's not often we get to this stage where you see a Public Accounts Committee or a joint Public Accounts Committee come forward to table the Auditor General's report. And so I want to congratulate the Chair on his efficiency in convening meetings, because we did have a deadline to meet. And so I acknowledge your efforts, Chair, and the members on that side of the House. and also the member for Kaya South. I need to give that man his flowers, Madam Speaker, because he's been doing this since 2015. And we all know what we've been through in those years, the first 5 years, 2015 to 2020, and how difficult it felt like at times we were being dentists trying to pull teeth. And to see whenever we would have interview sessions, one office pointing fingers to the next office, blaming the other for the lack of transparency and poor accountability. And like the Honorable Member for Kaya South mentioned, we see a lot of the same issues from 2012 and 2013 here again in 2015 to 16. And if I may say, Madam Speaker, in my opinion, of all the House committees, this JPAC is by far the most important committee when it comes to transparency and accountability of the spending of the people's money. And that is why I am so very thankful to see that the minority report, which myself and the Honorable Member for Kaya South had prepared in 2012 and 2013, was able to see the light of day here today. And thanks again to the chair and other members of that side for seeing the importance for the public to see that we have these similar issues facing us year after year that needs to be remedied. And I want to again, Madam Speaker, point out that it is only through the efforts of our former chair, the Honorable Julius Espat, that now Public Accounts Committee meetings are held in the public so that it is now broadcasted. And it's not just to name and shame anybody, but rather it's to show the public, because it is their money that is being spent by all ministries. It is for us to be truly accountable to them at the end of the day. And that is a huge, huge, huge accomplishment that cannot be understated. In addition to the fact, as Honorable Julius had mentioned, that we now have our social partners sitting on this committee. So it's not just the government, it's not just the opposition having a second eye in that room, but it's now our social partners that play a very critical role in this oversight body. And so, Madam Speaker, today, in my opinion, is a very historic day that we have this report coming forward. There are recommendations, critical pieces of information in this report, recommendations and action points that I believe our administration will now have to address moving forward in getting the necessary resources to the appropriate authorities to ensure that we continue along this excellent path that we have started of transparency and accountability. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
You move the question.
I'm sorry?
You move the motion.
No, I'm just want to make a presentation. Can I?
No, that you should have done that when you started. I will.
Oh, that's okay. That's great.
Yeah.
Everybody said good things about the committee anyway.
So I was asking
Thank
if
you.
you were just standing to move. Okay. If I was asking if you wanted to move it, Honorable. No, if you, I'm asking if you'd like to move the motion, so it, and then you can do what you'd like to make those comments. You can do that there, and then I will put the question. Yeah, so I'm giving you that opportunity to do that.
Yes, Madam Speaker. Yeah, I mean, nothing bad, Mabal. Everything good. Everything is positive today. You said we're ready for Christmas already, right? So it's going to be hopefully it could be a fast days. Fast meeting. Madam Speaker, may I refer to my notes, please?
Due to the time, I'm being reminded, let's dispense with Standing Order 12, and then I don't have to interrupt.
Madam Speaker, in accordance with Standing Order 12.8, I move that the proceedings on the order paper may be entered upon and proceeded with at this day's sitting at any hour though opposed.
Honourable members, the question is that the proceedings on the order paper may be entered upon and proceeded with at this day's sitting at any hour though opposed. All those in favor kindly say aye. Those against kindly say no. I think the ayes have it. We're back on track. Member for Mesopotamia.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I ask for permission to refer to my notes, please. The Joint Public Accounts Committee, JPAC, plays a critical role in ensuring fiscal responsibility, maintaining public trust, and strengthening democratic governance. This committee's function is to not question or criticize policies of the administration. Our role is to help ensure that public funds are spent efficiently, transparently, in the best interest of the Belizean people, to strengthen financial accountability, and to foster public trust in the management of our resources. By highlighting the weaknesses in financial controls, shining a spotlight on irregularities and mismanagement, and supporting standards and best practices in the administration of public funds, the JPAC is a powerful instrument for the exposure of waste, inefficiency, and all forms of maladministration. The JPAC must be a testament to bipartisan commitment to financial scrutiny towards creating a culture of integrity and establishing zero tolerance for corruption. And when the committee speaks with one voice across political lines, our recommendations carry more weight and result in actions. By tracking responses and implementation, the JPAC turns the recommendations into real administrative changes. As a linchpin of oversight and accountability, the JPAC is armed with necessary power to scrutinize all bodies which monitors the use of public funds. This is essential for ensuring accountability in the modern delivery of public service. At this meeting and the public hearing, the committee can summon those people who are able to provide context, share related information, and explain inefficiencies, financial irregularities, and poor performances. By leveraging this transparent process, we can encourage and incentivize departments and agencies to take corrective actions. By ensuring transparency and addressing mismanagement, the JPAC bolsters public confidence in democratic institutions and combat corruption. The committee will work constructively, asking the necessary questions, listening carefully, and providing recommendations that make our system stronger and more transparent. We recommend and encourage the public's engagement with JPAC. The public's interest in the work of the JPAC is powerful reminder that accountability in public finances is a shared national responsibility. The members of JPAC formally thank the Office of the Clerk and the staff of the National Assembly for their continued support as a committee secretaries, and also the entire committee, because we work so good together, so thank you guys. We acknowledge the incorporation of the Ministry of Finance and the offices of the Auditor General and Accountant General, respectively. This report provides recommendations for the consideration of the National Assembly of Belize in response to the Auditor General's Report 2015-2016 presented to the Prime Minister John Briceño on 31st July 2025 and tabled in Parliament on the 12th September 2025. The JPAC receives, reviewed, and adopted a minority report on the 2012-2013 Auditor General Report, which was submitted to the JPAC in 2018 with 6 recommendations. The JPAC have agreed to have a copy of the report annexed to the present report to highlight similarities between both reports. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move the motion.
It does take a bit to get used to acts between bills and motions, but the practice of the Parliament and the procedure is for motions, we do the debate immediately, and therefore any commentary, as would be done with a bill, you do it before the debate. No worries at all. Honorable members, the question is, be it resolved that this Honorable House adopts the report from the Joint Public Accounts Committee on the report of the Auditor General for the year April 2015 to March 2016. All those in favor kindly say aye. Aye. Those against kindly say no. I think the ayes have it.
Announcement by the Speaker.
Honorable members, it has been agreed that the following bills and motion pass this day. Customs and Excise Duties Amendment Number 2, Bill 2025, Money Laundering and Terrorism Prevention Amendment Bill 2025, Trade Licensing Amendment Number 3, Bill 2025, and the resolution to adopt the parliamentary logo for the National Assembly of Belize Motion 2025. As you are well aware, under Standing Order Number 74, all proposed legislation, messages, petitions, motions, and other matters relating to the subject mentioned under the title of each standing committee shall be referred by the House to such committee for examination, consideration, and report to the House. The way for this to be done, other than by suspension of standing orders, is for me to suspend the sitting to enable the Finance and Economic Development Committee, the Constitution and Foreign Affairs Committee, and the Public Service, Labor, Industry, and Trade Committee to examine, consider, and report to the House on the 3 bills and 1 motion. All those in favor kindly say aye. Those against kindly say no. I think the ayes have it. The sitting is therefore suspended until the Finance and Economic Development Committee, the Constitution and Foreign Affairs Committee, and the Public Service, Labor, Industry, and Trade Committees have concluded their business. Thank you.